One of the most important things to a gamer, whether it be Xbox or PlayStation, is the amount of storage available, especially in today's age where downloading games is common. In this video, it will be split in 3 parts. First, we'll discuss the specs. The second part will be unboxing, and last, we'll see the card in action. And by the end of all this, hopefully it'll help you decide whether if it's worth getting the expansion card or not. Microsoft launched their Xbox S and X series a few weeks ago, and along with it, their external storage expansion card, which holds up to 1 terabyte. Now, this tiny storage device packed one heck of a punch. It offers incredible speed, which matches the same performance as the Xbox console's internal SSD storage. That is because inside the SSD is the NAND flash drive, which is currently considered the next generation SSD. It's easily plug and play, so you can take your games with you anywhere, and it's hard to see a downside to this so far, right? Well, the Xbox Series external manufacturer retail price is at a whopping $219. That's half the price of the Xbox X Series and 3/4 of the S Series. Now, to put things in perspective and justify the price, let's look at a few things. First, if you have Xbox Game Pass, you might want to consider this since it would take a lot of time to download the games before you can play them. The Xbox Game Pass has over 100 titles ready for you to download, and you can easily find more than a handful of games you might want to be able to play without having to wait hours for the games to download. Now, if you don't see this being a problem and aren't likely to have more than 8 to 10 games, then you may be able to live off the 1 terabyte space. Now, as you know, the previous Xbox One accepted external drives, but the new Series X and S series can too, but there's one exception, which it cannot play next-gen games. Now, one option you have is to transfer the games from the external drive to the expansion storage before you can play them. Now, there's plenty of videos online on this subject, so if anyone's interested, feel free to dig around. And as for me, I didn't want to deal with the hassle and just basically bit the bullet. Since having it for a week now, do I regret it? The answer is no. Games are loading extremely fast, and downloaded all the games I wanted with a lot of space still available, which I don't see how I'll be able to use them up. Now, enough about that. Let's move on to the unboxing of the expansion storage drive. Since you've gotten this far, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and also visit thatguyreviews.com for the latest product reviews and DIY articles. Now back to the program. Hey everyone, welcome to That Guy's Review, and what you have here is the Xbox latest expansion card for the Xbox Series console. It goes up to 1 terabyte. I just picked this up from Best Buy not too long ago, and the best thing about this is that it offers the same amount of speed as the internal drive that's currently in the Xbox Series X console. I'll quickly unbox it and show you what's in there. And this little thing here is 1 terabyte. This actually slides into the back of the Xbox console. Now, this is the back of the Xbox, and there's a slot here called the storage expansion. And here's the expansion card. Just push it right in. Now let's take a look at the expansion drive in action. Once the drive is plugged in, the Xbox recognizes it right away. If you're out of space, you're also given the option to download the games into the expansion drive. As you can see, my current internal drive is near full capacity with just a few games. Now with the expansion drive, I was able to download twice the amount with nearly 50% space remaining. Now let's take a look at some of the menu options for the internal and expansion drive. I have to say that I'm pretty impressed with the speed with the expansion drive. I was able to move data pretty fast between both internal and external drive. And let's take a look at that right now. So this is about half a gig, the Feeding Frenzy 2. We're going to move it from the expansion drive back into the internal drive. And if you look at that, it took less than 3 seconds and it's right there. So what we're going to do now is move it back, right, from the internal drive. Let's take a look. It's right there. And we're going to move it back to the expansion drive. And you can see it took less than 3 seconds again. Now, based on first-hand experience, I'm totally blown away with the performance because it's super lightning fast no matter what drive the game's running on. My final thoughts? Well, the Xbox Series X and S just launched not too long ago, so I'd expect the prices to drop for these cards, and even more options to hit the market in terms of different storage sizes. I'm sure third-party manufacturers will also join in with the party, as we've seen with previous generation consoles, and I personally opted to get it because it was worth it for me. And as you can see, I'm able to double the amount of games that I have with a lot of space left over, which I'll less likely use. And it's very nice to be able to have that extra storage, and the speed performance is just impressive. So hopefully this video helped you decide if it's worth getting the Xbox expansion drive right now. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to drop them below. Meanwhile, don't forget to support us by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. Until then, see you next time.